Hey guys, welcome to my first battle in the Lazy Mon Draft League. My first week is against a coach called Temple475, and this is my, like I said, first battle in this draft league this season. As you may have heard in my draft analysis for this league, it is the first season of this league, so I think I have the first battle overall, because this is planned on the Sunday kinda before week 1, so I hope I have the first match, but we'll see. It's a nice title to have, of course. Looking at my opponent, they have a quite scary team, but I think I've found some weaknesses in it. But first let's look at their team. Their team consists of Mega Gallade, a Tapu Lele, a Heatran, an Annihilate, a Hawlucha, Paldea Tauros or Aqua, Moltres Galarian form, Lokix, Duraludon, a Minior, Flapple and Bibarel. As you may have also heard in my draft analysis, we all have 4 Terra Captains, and those Terra Captains are from the two lowest tiers, tier 4 and tier 5. So Duraludon, Minior, Flapple and Bibarel all have Terra types. Duraludon's Terra type is Steel and Flying, Minior's Terra types are Rock and Ground, Flapple has the Grass and Steel Terra types, and Bibarel Normal and Dark. Looking at the team, you may have seen it as well. They have 4 fighting types. They have a double typing in Darkness. They have a double typing in Steel. And they're lacking some types like a fast electric type. Well, let's see what they do. Mega Gallade always has Inner Focus and always has the Galadite, and mainly has a enormous attack stat from 165 base stat, 110 base speed and 115 base special attack, with some, well, let's look at the physical moves he has. Close Combat for Step, Aqua Cutter with a high crit ratio, Drain Punch for recovery, Earthquake hits hard, Fire Punch for coverage just like Ice Punch, Knockoff for item removal, Leaf Blade with a high crit chance, Poison Jab, Psychic Cut, which is stab, just like Sacred Sword, which ignores stat changes, Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, Stone Edge. Well, as you can see, a lot of coverage there. Tapu Lele, maybe you are familiar with this legendary from Gen 7. Always, well, in this format runs Psychic Surge because Telepathy is unnecessary without a second Pokemon on his side. Mainly a special wall with 115 Spadef and 130 special attack. Mostly, as you can see, a special move pool with some nice options, but mainly hitting on the special side. Heatran, Flash Fire or Flame Body. I think Flame Body, that's what he will bring, but we'll see. Mostly known for his 130 special attack stat with 106 in both defenses and base 91 HP stat, which is, I guess, pretty nice for it. Wouldn't be surprised if he brings Air Balloon because he's 4 times weak to ground type moves, but we'll see. Annihilate, a fighting ghost type. Probably runs Defiant or Inner Focus because it is an immunity for Intimidate. Good thing to know, I think we banned Rage Fist in this league. Just looking up to be sure. Yes, Rage Fist is one of the banned moves, so he can't use Rage Fist in this match, which is nice. Furthermore, 90 base speed, 115 attack and 110 in HP. Quite nice with mostly physical moves in his move pool. Hawlucha has great synergy with Tapu Lele because of Unburden and in this case Psychic Seed. Psychic Seed does up the SPDF from this mon by 1 stage, and with Unburden, when the ability of the item is lost or used, it gets double speed. Coming from 118 base speed, that's quite dangerous, as you can imagine. With a 92 base attack, with fighting and flying as his main stats. Acrobatics hits for 110 without an item, and with Unburden a great combination. Fighting moves like Brick Break, Close Combat, Cross Chop, Drain Punch, Dual Wing Beat, some coverage moves, a mon to look out for. I think I'm prepped well against them, but we'll see, of course, in a match. Aqua Padeo Taurus, Intimidator, Anger Point and Kachu are usable as well. Anger Point activates when a crit hits, so that's kind of incidental use. Kachu makes the Pokemon eat a berry at the end of the next turn. As you can see, mainly a physical mon with 100 base speed. Mainly Intimidate. I anticipate him bring Intimidate because that's the thing that will hinder my team most, I guess. Galarian Moltres has Berserk as its ability, so when its HP goes beneath the 50%, he gains a special attack boost by 1. On a special attack from already 100 can be quite dangerous. SPDF from 125. What I didn't look up, but which I can do now, he does have agility to raise his special or his speed. So when he gets that special attack boost, he can go for a sweep if he wants to. So that's good to keep in mind. Low kicks, mainly used as a Terramon, but he's not one of the 4 Terra Captains he can use. Mainly a special or as physical attacking and a little bit speedy mon. I do not anticipate him bringing low kicks, but we'll see, of course, soon. Duraludon, one of my most hated names because of it's a tongue twister for me, has the ability to double or half its weight, which I don't really care about, and Stalwart can't make some moves can be redirected to a different target, so not really that good abilities against me or in this league. Has a high defense and special attack stat. Steel Dragon is a nice combination, of course. There are not a lot of types that hit it for super effective damage, only fighting and ground if I'm correct. Also think I have some answers for it, so we'll see again. Minior has 2 forms, Minior regular and Minior Meteor form. In his Meteor form, his defense and special defense are quite high and his attacking stats are low, but as soon as he gets below half, he gets Shield Down, or Shield Down activates, and he gets a boost with 100 attack and 100 speed and goes to 120 speed. In this form, Minior is his fastest Pokemon on the team, which I kind of used for one of my mons to base around. Again, is one of the Terra Captains, but don't really think he will bring it, just like Flapple and Bibarel. Not even gonna use much words for them. I do really think he won't bring them. So yeah, not to waste many words on them, going for my own team. First of all, I have the Fists of Fury from Palmoth, and I bring a max speed, max attack with the last 4 in special defense with a jolly nature, so it outspeeds a lot of mons, and he can't bring uninvested speed mons from his team. With the Life Orb and Iron Fists, he can OHKO a lot of mons with his spread. Close Combat for Stab, Play Rough and Ice Punch do a lot of damage, mostly Play Rough against his fighting types. Mach Punch has priority with Iron Fists, boosting it with 1.2 and a 1.3 times boost from the Life Orb. Palmoth will mainly be a breaker for me this game and has to weaken down my opponent's Pokemon, so another mon will be able to finish them off, I think. Next up is Big Me, and Big Me is a reference to the Burnt Tower League, where I have a little Impidimp and he's Lil Me, and Grimmsnarl then of course should be Big Me. It's a support set. Oh, how embarrassing. I did give him max HP and I gave him max defense. Not sure why it did not register, but oh well. This mon is mainly here to prevent his Hawlucha from going berserk. Prankster and Trick make sure I can give him a lagging tail, and if he switch out, that's also fine by me, because Unburden will go to waste actually, because when you bring a Pokemon who used Unburden beforehand back in, Unburden will not be doing anything for him. So this is going to be my main switch in for the Hawlucha. Furthermore, Prankster Parting Shot is something I like in Little League, so I thought I would give it a go in a fully grown league, let's say it like that. Thunder Wave for speed control and Dazzling Gleam so I can hit his fighting types for super effective damage. I'm gonna skip Pazuzu for now, my Mega Aerodactyl, and go for Bamboozled. It's a quite simple set. It's a Choice Scarf Imposter Ditto with max HP and max speed. Max HP because he does take all the stats from my opponent's Pokemon that he can copy, but he does keep his own HP, so max HP. Good to know when Ditto is transforming into a Pokemon, it does keep the stat changes. So if my opponent, say, sets up a Swords Dance, my Imposter Ditto can come in, immediately copies his Pokemon and gets the stat changes for himself as well. But with the Choice Scarf, I will always outspeed a setup mon. So besides the fact that Ditto is going to be a great way to scout my opponent's sets, I can also reverse sweep him with Ditto himself. Next up is the League mascot Slowbro, and Slowbro is almost max HP. I gave it a 248 because of a odd number in his HP stat this way, max defense and 8 in special attack. This is mainly here to slow the game down if he's getting too fast. His pace is getting too fast and I need to take a break. Slowbro is mainly here to stay on the field. With Leftovers, Regenerator and Slug Health, I have 3 ways to keep my HP up. I have Iron Defense because most of his mons probably will be a physical attacker. And with Body Press I can abuse the fact that I use Iron Defense, because Body Press is taking the defense stat instead of his attacking stat. So that's nice, and Skull is there for stab damage and for maybe snagging a burn. Fifth one is New Dunfern, the Iron Threads. And New Dunfern is mainly here as a support mon this week with max HP and max speed. It's mainly here to keep Stealth Rock off the field, set up Stealth Rock himself, switch out and maybe damage something like a Tapu Lele in the process with Iron Head. Yeah, like I said, it's mainly here for support. It does, it can do a bit of damage because of Iron Head, but we'll see if he does a lot of damage. But he's mainly, like I said, here to keep hazards off the field and set up my own hazards. Because I think the mon that's going to be the most important this week will be Pazuzu, Mega Aerodactyl. Looking at his spread, I gave him 148 speed. This way, if he gets Minior Shield down form with a boosting speed nature, I still do outspeed by 1 point. So Mega Aerodactyl will be with this always be the fastest mon on the field. I completely boosted his attack stat, gave it 104 in HP, so it keeps an odd number in case it gets poisoned or toxic, and the last 4 go in his physical defense. And I completely got astonished during my calculations because this thing is an absolute beast. Dual Wing Beat, Earthquake, Iron Head, Dragon Dance. Well, Dragon Dance of course is so I can set up to boost my speed and attack stat even further. If I get to +2 in speed, I will even outspeed and burden Hawlucha. And with this attack stat, most of his mons can even run fully Fist Death Pokemon, and I'm still able to OHKO them. To show you, Mega Gallade, Dual Wing Beat, Tapu Lele, Iron Head, Heatran, fully Fist Death, without an air balloon, gets OHKO'd by Earthquake. Annihilate gets OHKO'd by Dual Wing Beat. Same goes for Hawlucha. The first mon I couldn't OHKO even when it's fully Fist Death is Paldea Tauros because of Intimidate. If I can get +1 in attack, not just after him intimidating Buzz, just in overall +1, that's when Dual Wing Beat will surely be a one-hit KO. Galarian Moltres isn't so bulky, so again, just pick your poison, I guess. Except for Earthquake, of course, because Earthquake won't hit him. Dual Wing Beat on low kicks also annihilates him. Duraludon, Earthquake, Minior. I had to look it up, and Iron Head is of course super effective, so one of the reasons I brought Iron Head. Flapple, Dual Wing Beat, and Bibarel. I'm just feeling really sorry for it if it comes, because yeah, gets annihilated. So mostly I think most kills this week will go to Mega Aerodactyl. Yeah, like I said, it completely blew my mind in calcs. Doesn't mean he actually will get a 6-0 sweep, of course. That's up to me to make that happen. Don't know how experienced Temp is as a battler, but we'll see. I'll see you back when the battle begins, so up the Vivillance. Okay, I've got the invitation from Temple for our battle in the Lazy Draft mode.
Good luck.
Thank you. First of all, good luck, have fun with my opponent. What will I start with? He brings the Relodon. Why did he bring the Bibarel? I don't really get that, but fine with me. I think I will start with Bamboozle. And let's see what type of Relodon he is. Stealth Rock, Heavy Slam, Dragon Claw, Sword Stance. Let's think. Heavy Slam is not very effective. It is a setup set, so I just don't know if he is. Well, he's still a physical mon, so I can always go out into the musical, but I will set up rocks first. He will go for rocks as well. I'm going for a heavy slam. Thought that would happen. I'm going for squad. I'm fully fizzed out, so I'm really sure I can tank another one, but I can go for iron defense. 42. It's close between just. Let's go for the iron threats. Dragon Claw is resisted, and I can hopefully force him out with Earthquake. I will always outspeed the Relodon, so yeah, there we go. And at +1 I will always outspeed him. What's the smartest thing to do? Well, I had Lagging Tail for I can't give him Lagging Tail because he's the mega type Pokemon. That's too bad. Oops. But I can still T-Wave. He has no resist, so well, going into Grimmsnarl was a misclick, but it's a misclick I will take. The Relodon is now paralyzed, so tricking a Lagging Tail isn't the most logical thing to do, so I will Body Shot out, lower his attack, and oh, well, that's too bad for him. And I will click Close Combat. And that's our first kill of the season, 10 turns in. Let's go Fists of Fury. Now I'm curious, does he have anything to get rid of hazards? 339, 350. He will outspeed for sure. Honestly, I'm curious about his set, so I'm gonna switch into Bamboozle and learn his set. Then, Sacred Sword is resisted. Sword Stance, Aqua Cutter, Leaf Blade. So another setup mon. And I think he will try to set up again. What's the least punishing hit? Sacred Sword is being resisted. Aqua Cutter and I go for a Leaf Blade, I think. And that's 2 mons down. And Ditto will pick up a kill as well. Well, I'll pour myself a glass of water because my throat really gets stuck sometimes. He switched into Moltres, and Moltres... I really can't use Big Me for this. I think Fist of Fury is a great switch in. Flying is neutral, and I have Ice Punch to kill it. Shadow Ball. Ooh, that's some decent damage, but I think Ice Punch. He scarfed. But I know he's locked into his Shadow Ball. / Hyperfocus Fiery Wrath. If he'll switch, he switches into... not sure. I'm going for Fiery Wrath. And because if he stays in, I will flinch him. Pull in Taros. It's not... oh, that's a good one to notice. It's not Intimidate. I will keep using Fiery Wrath. And he's Celeberry, Raging Bull, which makes my special attack roll rise because of Berserk. And now he has Celeberry, yeah. Got you, so he's gonna eat Celeberry again. He's at +2 now. But I'm curious if he has anything against my Slowbro. Right now it's 2-all. Oh no, he does not. And yeah, I thought he would switch into Bibarel apparently. I think he will be unaware or he will be curse with simple. Big Me, time for you to do some work. For example, tank a crunch. Thunderwave. Let's see, Aquajet is not a knockout normally, so I'm going to Burning Shot. Yes, this is the time for Zulu to shine, I think. Because he will be mega evolving and using Dragon Lance. And normally this should be game. Just going to get a Kel with, just to be sure. Aerodactyl, Mega. Max attack, max speed, +1 and +1 with dual wing bead. Normally I have this one already set up, but I had to delete my calcs for another draft. Dragon Dance against, let's see, Bibarel. Dual wing bead against is my biggest chance. So I'm already sure he's simple. So dual wing bead. Ooh, he's very defensive, and he's setting up another curse. Wait, I didn't call for him being 39. Shoot. Damn it. Well, I never thought I would have this much to fear from a Bibarel, honestly. Dear God. still winnable, by the way, but... Scroll, yes, there we go. Well, Bazuzu did not what I was hoping he would do, but... I guess that's alright. I can use this better against Bull. Yeah, Big Me's not going to do much here, so... Ooh, Calm Mind. Oh, this still works nicely. Oh no, it does not. Never mind. I always outspeed and I will be using Iron Head. Let's see, this was Scarfed. And Volt Switch, Fiery Rod, let's get the Yoko. So I think this will be a 2-0 loss for me. Because this... yeah, there we go. Well, that seals it. 2-0 loss in my first round of the Lazy Mon League. Did not expect Bibarel to do this much work against me. Well, all I can say is too bad. Next week we have another shot and we'll see then. Until then, up the Vivillons.